Well, hey everybody, John Rethlin here. This is a SmackDown Live SacramentBro review. No, Riddle did not make his debut. Yes, it's a bit of a lazy play on words, but you know what? This is a lazy addition to SmackDown. I get it. The talents are still tired from, most of them making the trip over there to the Saudi Arabian show and then having to work a bunch of shows after they came back. With really not a lot of time to rest. That was some pretty fresh fucking bullshit, but expected bullshit by Vince. And Alexa was one of the two women that traveled over there that were supposed to wrestle, but no, the Saudi Arabian government nixed that because they can't let women wrestle and show that women can be equal to men. That wouldn't fit in line with their bullshit narrative over there. But back to the whole, SmackDown. One of the laziest additions that I've seen in a while. The wild card rule has fucking killed SmackDown. It's right back to what it was before the brand split. There's flashes of okay, talents are actually trying, but for the most part, pretty fucking lazy. We get a Miz TV where Miz says he must follow the script, and he's got a script, and then he, of course, he plays on the whole thing. His guests are Drew and Shane, so the whole best in the world thing, he says breast in the world, pest in the world. Oh, there's a smudge on the script. Miz is making the best of this whole thing with Shane, which apparently he's being thrust right back into a feud with Shane, or it's just a blow up or whatever. Who the fuck knows? But we must have more fucking Shane McMahon on TV, because that's what we fucking need in 2019. Yeah, I'm a little bit pissed off about it. You know why? Because Shane could just be cast in a role. He may have no authority at all because we're the authority, but Shane may actually have no authority and Vince may just be telling him what to do. And he's paying him quite a bit of money. So maybe Shane isn't asking to do this. But I'm starting to think that Shane might be trying to stroke his own goddamn ego. It's just, this is bad. Drew and Shane are out there and Elias is also. Drew and Elias are being drugged down so much. Now, Elias would probably never be WWE champion, but he can be used better than this. Drew should either be WWE or Universal champion. One of the two. For fuck's sake, if you can't find something to do that's better than this with all that Scottish beef, pal, then you really should just release, they should release like 20 people, including some women. I really don't want to see any of the women lose their job, but they really need to release about 20 people. I'm talking from across Raw and SmackDown. They got too many people they don't know what to fucking do with this wildcard rule. Vince, you're not a goddamn genius. And seriously, it's going to take Vince dying for WWE to even have any kind of change. Vince will not leave. The XFL will fail. He will still be in charge of WWE regardless. It's just, it's fucking bad. And by the way, I just want to say quickly, yes, people may say, oh, I'm so negative on WWE. I love so many of the talents there. I want things to be better. I don't expect a home run show every single fucking week. Whether it's Raw or SmackDown. Raw's too long at 3 hours. SmackDown doesn't utilize their 2 hours the most because they have a lot of talking like they had here. But, I like 90% of the roster. There are some people I don't like. But this can be better. It should be better. They at least need to entertain, and I'm sorry, but a lot of what they're doing isn't entertaining. The talents are trying. They just are, fighting an uphill battle against Vince, who is essentially Vern Gagne from the AWA, and I will continue to say that. Vince McGagne. Vern McGagne. Vern McGagne. I'm going to put that in the hashtag. TNA Creative, thank you for that one. Tell me if I got that one wrong. Anyway, so, yeah, they're all there, and Miz, kind of gets in Shane's face because he's sick of the whole damn thing with Shane, because Shane has not earned a damn thing in his life, or at least, since he's come back. I regret ever cheering that Shane came back. I really wish that he was off TV. And people are like, oh, that's the right kind of heat. No, it's not. It's taking away spots from so many people. It's doing so much damage to the roster without Vince realizing it, or he just doesn't fucking care because he thinks that everybody's just going to want to work for him. When Moxley and others have proven there is a life outside of there. This is not going to be an anti-WWE rant. I want WWE to succeed. I want the talents to succeed. Maybe with the exception of some of the people that I don't like, but even then, you have to utilize your roster better. They aren't doing that. So, yeah, he's going to Miz must face first Elias and then Drew to face Miz. And by the way, Drew plugs his match of Stomping Ground, where they're gonna kick ass and take names. That is the tagline they are hammering into the ground. They would have been better off saying fist snatch and take brains, because it would have made just as much goddamn sense as anything else on this goddamn show. Miz versus Elias. By the way, Drew and Shane are at ringside. We get a lot of commercials here. Corey is absolutely abhorrent on commentary. I don't know if he's just being produced or if he's just that goddamn egotistical, but I regret ever wanting Corey to be on commentary. His NXT run was fine. He was starting to get a bit annoying towards the end. And now his main roster commentary, they don't cut him off of one. They cut him off of both shows as far as I'm concerned. He is fucking atrocious. And you guys can like Corey if you goddamn well want. I don't care. I can't fucking stand the guy. If Corey disappeared from WWE TV tomorrow, I would not fucking miss him. Then again, he wouldn't be on WWE TV tomorrow because that's NXT. But I digress. Corey is fucking... He's fucking cancerous. He is. He actually actively makes me wish commentary did not exist. And I think Phillips is fine. Byron's just there. Cole is abhorrent as well. Renee's there. The problem is they have too many people on commentary. Everybody's trying to get their voices in. Cut down to 2 people. Said it on the Raw review. Cut down to 2 people. Raw review. Link up there somewhere. Not the Navi link. Hey, listen. So, by the way, Miz beats Elias. Despite interference and whatever and attempts. And then Miz faces Drew. And Drew dominates during the commercial breaks, which they do the split screen bullshit, and I'm not going to try to edit it on my phone because I don't have that technology, B, I don't really want to. Because this review is not, this show is not worth putting in that much effort. I love doing the reviews, but seriously. Miz did botch, jumping off the ropes. He did recover. Thankfully, he's okay. It looked like he might have hurt himself. Thankfully, he didn't. Drew wins, by the way. We get some interference, and then Miz says, wait a second. So Shane says, wait a second, Miz. Even though Drew beat you, let's have our match. And then he ends up tapping out Miz with a triangle and stuff like that. And it serves no purpose. And why they turn Miz babyface if they're just going to bury him? Like, seriously. Oh, this is going to lead to Shane getting his comeuppance and everything at Mania. Or not at Mania, but at SummerSlam. It's too fucking long. Turning him heel, I had no issue with. But Miz didn't beat him at Mania. He didn't beat him at Money in the Bank. Shane beat Roman Reigns. Yes, interference and all that stuff and everything. They're doing this shit with Shane 20 years too late. Maybe even 10 years too late. But definitely 20 years too late. This stuff didn't work all that well in 1999 when he was feuding with X-Pac and wrestling. And yeah, and then, Undertaker chokeslammed him through a freaking announcer's table at King of the Ring 2000. You should probably fucking see that shit because it was absolutely great. I will say that Shane is a crazy motherfucker willing to take these bumps, but I don't want to see him on TV anymore. And then Ember, Mandy, and Sonya. Ember is playing a Switch. Apparently, she was keeping track of the E3 stuff, which apparently there's going to be a whole lot of good video games coming out in 2020. Cool. And maybe later this year. I'm not really sure, honestly. I don't pay that much attention to modern gaming anymore. By the way, myself and the Derb do game streams. Check those out. Starting again next week when Derb's back from vacation. No longer unhinged me. I have to kind of tone it down a little bit. But yeah. So, Ember gets a Switch slapped out of her hands by Sonya. Obviously, it was not an actual Switch. It was just a prop. At least I hope it was. Because WWE doesn't need to be breaking a video game system, but yeah. Ember screams because, she had her Switch broken over her. Actually broken on the floor. And then we get Bryan and Rowan. We get 2 jobbers. We get Heavy Machinery. And Bryan and Rowan say, hey, well, Bryan does the talking, thankfully. Says, hey, you beat these guys, and then we'll give you a title shot. And they were the YOLO County Tag Team Champions with cardboard belts and stuff like that. Still more credible in the Ring of Honor tag titles, by the way. Sorry, but they are. Have you seen the state of the Ring of Honor titles? I mean, even the Guerrillas of Destiny don't want them. So yeah, Heavy Machinery beat the 2 jobbers. It was pointless. We get 24/7 Truth with Carmella and Truth. 24/7 title stuff, by the way. I think I said 24/7 Truth stuff. But yeah, we get Truth being locked in a box, one of those cable boxes and stuff like that they keep all the props and stuff and whatever in. But then Truth ends up locked in there. Carmella has her match next because she's facing Sonya. Truth, I'll be right back. Jinder then comes and does some comedy and attempted a high falsetto voice. I'm going to get a crowbar and stuff like that and then come back and get... And then the boxes disappeared later, and I'll get into that. And then we get Sonya with Mandy versus Carmella. Look, Sonya won. She had the pride, thing, pride... handkerchief, flag, something, some piece of pride material on her pants, and that was great. And, pride shirt there. By the way, you got a problem with people being gay too fucking bad. Got a problem with anybody being part of the LGBTQ community? Get the fuck off my channel. That's all I gotta say. Yeah, I'm a little angry here. But anyway, Sonya won. Sonya did not need Mandy's help. I'm sorry, if she needs Mandy's help to beat Carmella, who is better in the ring than she has been. I will say that. But if Sonya can't beat Carmella on her own, they ain't putting a lot of faith in Sonya. I'm just saying. But okay, Mandy and Sonya are friends. This does need to lead to a push for Sonya. For fuck's sake, have Sonya take the title from Bayley at SummerSlam. Just do that. Fucking do that. Build a program there. Meaning they'll probably give it to Mandy. And I mean, nothing against Mandy, but who knows. Anyway, we get Alexa bad-mouthing Bayley to Nikki, saying, well, Bayley said a whole lot of stuff about you after you interfered in the match last night, which she didn't. This thing with Alexa and Nikki is not going to end well for Nikki. Oh, they might team up and win the tag titles and maybe Alexa will kind of become a babyface and stuff like that. And look, these are part of discussions I've had with people. If you have that much faith in WWE, that's fine. I do not see at all that this benefiting Nikki. I just don't. Alexa is kind of their golden girl. She's won more titles than she should have, despite not really being that good in the ring. Is she bad in the ring? No. Is she good in the ring? No. Nikki is a lot better. They have done next to nothing with her for months, and then suddenly they want to do this, and the first thing they're going to do is make her basically meek towards Alexa. Unless this turns into a face turn for Alexa, and even then at that point, they don't know what the fuck they're doing. One week, Alexa is helping Nikki after the Iconics attack her, and then the very next night, she's turned heel, feuding with Bayley, and then wins a match to face Bayley at Stomping Grounds. Raw's Alexa versus SmackDown's Bayley. I don't know what the fuck's going on, and neither does WWE. Then, more New Day stuff. Because New Day's out there to promote the six-man tag match, the six-man tag match, by the way. Big E's back. No fanfare, whatever. They did announce it on social media, but whatever. Good on Big E. Hopefully he's okay and actually didn't rush back too soon. Shout out to Valena. I believe she mentioned that on Twitter. But Big E did have one funny line. He says, if I had a title for every return I'd be Charlotte Flair. Or I'd beat Charlotte Flair. Something like that. The whole point is, nice shot. That was great. And then, of course, at one point, Xavier's talking about, what happened with Owens? What happened with Ziggler or whatever? And Kofi's like, I beat that boy. 12 years at Kingston. Why am I like this? I'm really going to need you on these reviews to reel me in after your vacation. I love Kofi. Kofi's actually been pretty much the only well-booked champion that they've had. I just fear that they're going to have Big E turn on Kofi and have Ziggler win the title, which would be bad. It would be really bad. One, Dolph doesn't need to be champion, and two, they're going to split the New Day eventually, but maybe don't do it there, especially Stomping Grounds, which they are still trying to sell tickets to. There are large gaps of tickets, apparently, as of today. I took a look at some seating charts. They are doing 2-for-1 ticket stuff, slashing ticket prices to try and fill it up. Maybe WWE needs to start producing better TV content and putting together matches and cards that aren't rematches from a show that literally happened 2 weeks before, and maybe people will go. Or run smaller venues. For fuck's sake. But yeah, more It Should Have Been Me from Dolph, and then more Sami Zayn and Kevin Owens. Zayn doing the hypocrites thing. I can't wait till Sami Zayn is off WWE TV. I actually regret cheering for him to come back. I know he's casting a role. He's doing what he can. Vince is essentially speaking through Sammy. Sammy is a really good athlete and could do good shit elsewhere. He does great shit as far as, his Sammy for Syria charity that he does and the work he does. The humanitarian thing and all that, but just, he needs to be, they've nuked his character. He ain't going to ever be champion again. He wasn't WWE champion anyway. He's never going to win a main roster title. And if he does, it ain't going to mean anything. So here's a question. Where is Buddy Murphy? Where is Chad Gable? Where is Mustafa Ali? Where is Alistair? Where is Andrade? Where is Rusev? Where is Nakamura? Balor wasn't on here tonight. But then Alistair promo. He has somebody open the door and yells out there, the door is open, pick a fight with me. I can't decide if Alistair is just actually frustrated or this is kayfabe. They might want to consider letting Alistair go. As talented as Alistair is, they're going to lose Zelina. But at this point, if you're not going to use somebody as talented as Alistair, he's at house show matches with Orton. Terrific. Doesn't fucking mean a thing if he's not going to be featured in wrestling on TV. Since Mania. For fuck's sake. Bayley versus Nikki Cross. Nikki did not get her own music because, no, we needed to play Alexa's music because that's how you build another star. Bayley wins. Okay, was what it was. I'm glad the champion won, but my thing is I'm worried that Nikki Cross is just going to get beaten to powder. I'm really worried she's going to. And plus, 50-50 booking. Bayley lost on Raw. and then won again on SmackDown. Please have Bayley retain over Alexa. Get Alexa out of every fucking title picture for the rest of time, and build us some new challengers. Liv and Ember had a dark match, and apparently, before SmackDown went on the air, and apparently did well. So fucking do that. Have them there. Mickey's injured, so utilize people. For fuck's sake. Yes, it irritated me. They are in more 24/7 box it. Jinder is wondering why they loaded boxes. They're loading the boxes onto the truck. The guy says, well, these boxes have to go to Raw. Raw is in Los Angeles, which is 386 miles from California, from Sacramento. In the same state of California, by the way. Not Los Angeles, Des Moines, Iowa, or something like that. Los Angeles is less than 400 miles away from Sacramento. Are they putting these fucking boxes on wagons dragged by leprous horses? It can't take you that fucking long to get the boxes there. It just fucking can't. Seriously. Logic. Use it. As opposed to using rage and giving myself a headache like this. So, Firefly Funhouse. It's a repeat from the thing on Raw. The only thing I want to mention is we basically had Bray channeling Scott Steiner, getting the plastic duck and everything. Yes, get the rabbit. We love you, Bray Wyatt. If you don't know what I'm talking about, it is Scott Steiner attacking a plastic duck with a freaking lead pipe. Because late WCW. Seriously, that's the kind of shit they were doing. I don't care about the Firefly Funhouse, whatever. Bray's doing the best he can. I don't care about it. Live crowd did not give a fuck about it, though. And I guarantee you that arena was not full. These are the new Emelina segments. When Bray shows up, it's going to mean nothing. It's going to mean nothing. Somebody put up a tweet. Oh, what if Bray, his first feud is winning the Universal title clean? No. I mean, I'm not saying that's a terrible idea, but I don't see them doing that. They're never going to make him champion again. He's going to be upper mid-card at best. And then we get an Apollo interview, and Zelina yells at him. Zelina is not taller than Kayla, and that is hilarious to me for some reason. And then you cut to Apollo, by the way, who has not been seen on TV all that much, got beat up by Andrade last week. And then Chad Gable is wearing like a sports coat, or some kind of sports jacket or something like that. It's not even a sports coat, but he's taking notes. What are we going to get? Gable and Apollo again? Because that was a great idea to team Chad with a black guy the last time. And I love Apollo. I ain't trying to make it about race, but what are we trying to do? Rekindle his teaming with Jason Jordan? It was a great team, but then fizzled out when they split him up. Or with Shelton Benjamin. Team Kyop. That didn't work out so well either. Yeah, this wasn't very good. I don't know what they're doing. They need to utilize people better. You got 2 hours? Fucking use them better. Owens, Ziggler, and Zayn versus The New Day. USA chance. Owens was doing this. That was funny. It was fine. Zayn won. Or Zayn lost, I mean. Because, of course, Zayn wouldn't win. Why the fuck would Sami Zayn win a goddamn match? Kofi pins him. Kofi's at least been booked strong. D. I'm giving it the D because, yes, I know what I just said. Hey, at least they featured a couple women's matches. I just want them to do better, folks. I just want WWE to do better. If they're going to phone in these shows, then they have nobody to blame but themselves. Vince has nobody to blame but himself when these ratings keep falling or they keep stagnating at these levels. They better get these ratings back up, and they can do it, but they got to put in some goddamn efforts. So anyway, agree, disagree with what I said. Like, share, subscribe. Twitter handle in the description. I'm John Retlin. I'll see you Monday.